Hi students, welcome back to my third video class on the unit electrostatics first chapter electric charge and fields. I am Ravi Kumar DM, faculty physics, Alpha PU College, KR Nagar, Mysore. Students, we will study about methods of charging today. Our topic today is methods of charging. Before we come to this, we will see some of the important recap of our last class discussion, previous two videos. We learnt about the process electrification, types of charges, properties of charge, and in the last video, I discussed in detail about the cause for electrification, why electrification takes place. You know, all matter made up of atoms which are made up of basic particles, namely protons, neutrons and electrons. You know, protons are positively charged, electrons negatively charged, neutrons electrically neutral, right? The protons and neutrons are inside a very small volume in the atom, that is called nucleus, which is positively charged. The neutrons and protons are very strongly bound inside the nucleus, so they cannot be easily removed. Whereas negatively charged electrons revolve around the nucleus in different orbits. Some are away from the atom or the center of the atom nucleus, which are easily removed when sufficient energy is provided. And those electrons, normally called valence electrons, which are loosely bound, can be transferred. To transfer electrons, we have to supply energy in different means. If you supply energy, electrons get transferred from one atom to another, means one substance to another substance, producing charge in both the substances. The substance which loses electrons gets net as positive charge. Again, remember this, the substance which loses electron gets net positive charge, and the substance which gains electron gets net negative charge. Remember, the substance which loses electrons gets positive charge, the substance which gains electrons gets net negative charge. Therefore, remember, charging is just separation of electrons between two substances. In the previous example, I showed you how a plastic handle or a pipe gets charged when rubbed with a cloth. According to our convention, the charge on plastic rubbed with foam is negative, and charge on glass rubbed with silk positive. What happens here? When you rub plastic with fur, the plastic gains electrons from fur, that's why plastic gets negative charge and fur gets positive charge. Similarly, when you rub glass rod with silk, in that case silk gains electrons which glass loses. That's why glass gets positive charge and silk gets negative charge. That's all. Remember, whenever we talk about process of charging, you think there is transfer of electron. The body which gains electrons gets net negative charge. The body which loses electrons gets net positive charge. That's all. The process of producing the separation of charges between the objects, today will take up under the heading methods of charging. You discuss this. There are three methods. First one, charging by friction. Second one, charging by conduction. Third one, charging by induction. What do you mean by charging by friction? That's what we learned. When you rub an object like plastic straw with cloth like this straw gets negative charge. Means the cloth loses electrons and the straw gains electrons. This gets negative charge. Just by rubbing two objects, we can produce charge in both the objects, but there is law of conservation of charge. there is additivity of charge and also quantization. All the three properties followed here. Totally, you can charge a body just by rubbing, that is called charging by friction. Now come to the second one, that is charging by conduction. You know what are conductors? What are conductors? Can you tell me now? Yes, you are very familiar with this word. Conductors are the substances like metal which have free electrons which can move all around the boundary of the metal. With considerably small energy supply, the electrons can be moved from one part of the other inside the metal or from one substance to another. That's why metals are very good conductors of electricity as well as heat. Now consider metal rod uncharged, neutral metal rod. It has no charge, it is metal. You touch it with a charged body. This is a charged body, say positively charged. You need not consider always positively charged body. Whatever I explain here, considering a positively charged body is applied to the negatively charged body also. Okay, when you touch this neutral metal with this positively charged body, these positive charges get transferred to this metal. This has got charges of the same nature as that of the charged body. Now you remember this word. What is charging by conduction? A process of charging a neutral conductor by touching it with a charged body is called charging by conduction. Like this you can remember it. This is a charged body. How did I charge it? By rubbing with cloth. It is charged now. This neutral metal uncharged. If I touch it like this, now this has acquired charge as the charge of this straw. That's it. Okay, we'll move on with the third one, very important, charging by induction. Important method. We'll see in nature every day, in day-to-day life, in our daily activities, right? What is charging by induction? Induction means, played with the magnet. If you hold a magnet near iron filings or small pieces of iron bits, if you hold it near without touching, they get aligned themselves, right? That is induction. If you hold a charged body near your hand like this, the hairs rise up, induction. Like that you can induce charge. What do you mean by induction of charge? It's very simple. I have taken up the example here which has been explained in the textbook, NCERT book. That's our aim, students. We always focus NCERT textbook. We have given study material for your board examination, but you have to know what has been explained in the NCERT book. Very useful for your CET, NEET and competitive examinations. This is how it's been explained in your NCERT book. See, this is a spherical conductor, sphere, supported by insulating stand and base. Now you bring a positively charged body, say, positive. What happens? See, you have learnt in previous two videos. A positive charge attracts negative charge. What is this sphere? Sphere made up of atoms, molecules. If it is a copper sphere made up of copper atoms. They contain protons and electrons. Protons positively charged, electrons negatively charged. The valence electrons of copper atoms can easily move from one point to another. That's why the electrons in this, which electrons? Valence electrons, because of this attractive force, collected over here, get collected over here. They are actually from the atoms here. These electrons belong to the atoms over here. That's why these atoms show positive charge. What has happened here? Just separation. Separation of charge between this side and this side. That's it. Total charge of the system still same. Still it is a neutral conductor. This side shows net negative charge, this side net positive charge. That's it. Now, if I say do some change here, what is that? If I connect this conductor, second, same shown here, second case. This is first case and this is second case. In the second case to the same conductor, I'll make a small change. What is that? I connect this body to ground. Grounding is called, popularly known as grounding. What is grounding? Connecting a body to ground by using a conducting wire. This is called grounding, popularly known as grounding or earthing or earthing. What is earthing or grounding? Remember students, earthing or grounding is a process, method of connecting a body to ground to share electrons between ground and the body. Electrons can be easily transferred. Now do the same experiment. Now bring the same positively charged body near it. What happens? Same story. The positively charged body attracts electrons here. They come over this surface and negative positive charges appear here. Actually what happens now, because of the positive charges presence, there is an attractive force on electrons in the ground via this conducting wire. This conducting wire is a path for the electrons which are attracted by this positively charged surface. These positive charges attract electrons from the ground. That's why electrons flow into the conductor. Electrons flow into the conductor and neutralize these charges. Now charges are not there. Positive, negative, neutralize. Additivity, charge additivity. Right? So the charge is not there. Right side charges, say positive, not there. Only negative. Now you remove this grounding and take this conductor away. What happens? These negative charges which were here in the presence of this conductor now get distributed all over the surface uniformly. All over the surface uniformly. Now this is charged. Nature negative. The conductor used, charged body used positive. When you bring positively charged body, you can induce opposite nature charges, negative. Here same nature, positive, positive. Same nature charges come over here. But here opposite nature. And he explains one more thing that you see here. This is there in our NCERT book. I am giving another example. I am explaining what has been discussed in your NCERT book. Now bring same conductor, in this case, say positively charged. You can bring negative also, no problem. What happens? Same story as this. See, the negative charges of these two together one now, one system. The negative charges of these come over here. Now, you may be wondering as to how many negative charges come over here. How many? 10, 20, 30, 40, 100. Now 100, next time 200, like that? No. It is decided by a simple point. What is that? See, there are some 2, 4, 6, 10 electrons here. If 11th electron starts coming over the surface because of the attractive force, these positive charges pulling this electron here, come. But these negative charges repel. Understood? Because of the attraction and repulsion, the electron decides which way to go. If this attractive force is more, comes over the surface. If the repulsive force is more, moves away. If both are balanced, remains there only. That's it. Now, what about this surface? Same story as this. Here there will be positive charge. Right? Now, I do a small gap here with the same arrangement, positive, look here, same arrangement, but a small gap is established here. Slowly, I have pushed this out little bit. What happens? Negative charges are there only and positive also on the same surface, same amount, no change. But if you remove this conductor, what happens? If you remove this conductor, I am not writing this conductor here. Just I am placing these two together. Now what happens? Here charges are on this surface, here on this surface, farther surfaces, farther, nearer surfaces, farther surface. Charges here are on farther surfaces, but when you take this body away. In that case, these charges rush over here. Of course, surface. I am writing here. Actually, it will be here. Negative charges. And positive charges come over the surface. Why? Because of attraction. Very simple. Because of attraction, mutual attraction, they come over the surfaces nearer to each other. That's it. If you take this conductor away, out, then only this will be left side conductor with net negative charges distributed all over the surface uniformly. That's it. Right? Students, what you understood? In this process of charging, you are not touching the charged body with the conductor. Without touching the charged body with the conductor, you are inducing the charge, creating charge here. Let's use time being. Creating charge, negative here, positive here. There is just charge separation, that's it. So, in one word, for 1 mark, what do you say? It's there in our notes. You remember like this. What is charging by induction? It is a process of charging a body by bringing another charged body near it. Okay? I am charging this surface by bringing another charged body near it. Charging a body by bringing another charged body near it, not touching. That's it. That is called charging by induction. Right? And one more point to remember. In this example, I have taken sphere. Sphere has got uniform surface. Charges here are distributed all over the surface uniformly. If there is a sharp edged surface like this, what happens? You remember this point now. I will explain this in detail coming classes. Here the more accumulation at sharp edges. Here less charges. At sharp edges more charges will be accumulated. I mean, if the curvature is non-uniform like this, the charges are distributed non-uniformly. Here uniformly, here non-uniformly. Where will be charges or charge density maximum? Charge density maximum at sharp edges. Density means how many charges per unit area. Right? Here sharp edges more charges and blunt edges less charges. It has got very important advantage. Remember, due to this charging process by induction, we will see several effects in our day-to-day life. If you take your hand very close to the old type TV monitor, the hairs rise up. When you rub any plastic body with your hand, hairs rise up. So all examples of charging by induction. Also, the lightning that you see during raining is also due to induction of charges between the ground and the cloud. There is a huge electric discharge between the clouds and the earth. We will discuss that in next classes. Due to that, there will be large electrical discharge and large release of energy and sound. That's the idea. We will learn about that later on. Right? This is about charging by induction. How many types of charges are there? Charging methods are there? 3. Which are they? Charging by friction, charging by conduction, charging by induction. What is charging by friction? Just by rubbing a body with another, we can produce charge. What is charging by conduction? By touching a neutral metal with a charged body, you can charge the metal to the same nature as that of the charged body. In charging by induction, you can charge a body like sphere by bringing another charged body near it, not touching. That's it. That's what we call charging by induction. Right? Here in charging by induction, you can understand one more point. What is that? Grounding or earthing. What is grounding or earthing? Remember, it's there in my notes and also the NCERT book. Grounding or earthing is a process of connecting a body to ground, using a wire to share charges or exchange charges, That's called grounding. Maybe one more question you have to remember, right? Okay. Now we'll move on. Before that, we will see some of the important recap in the next class, not in this class. Students, if you have any doubts, you can mail me the doubts to this email address dmrasm085696@gmail.com. I'll explain those doubts in both bilingual Kannada English. If you want explanation in Kannada, I'll make another video to explain you. Of course, you can easily understand. I use minimal words and minimum simple way of explanation. You can easily follow, no problem. But if you have any doubts, you can mail to this or send via WhatsApp to this number 9886767 219. I'll address those questions, right? Thank you. We'll meet in the next video.